am Chrissy, and I am here with stories from QuiC. We believe that every story has value and that every person has a story worth telling. And today, here at Video Marketing World, I've got Judi Fox.
Yay, I'm excited to be here.
Welcome.
I'm sure we're going to have a story.
So you were on stage yesterday. You did a great presentation. Something I learned about you in that presentation is that you used to be an engineer.
Yeah, so I'm still an engineer. Once an engineer, you're always an engineer.
What kind of engineering?
I was a chemical engineer.
There's another videographer here that's used to be a chemical engineer.
I met her.
Another female videographer.
I know, we took a video together and it's uploaded already to LinkedIn.
Before engineering, anything else?
No, just a regular old high school kid that my dad took me to work. And so I met a lot of the people in his office on that Take Your Daughter to Work day. I was able to meet a woman at a pretty high level at the company. It was a Fortune 500 company that he was working for. And so I met her, and that's when I feel like being able to visualize who you could become by you seeing another person that looks or walks or talks like you, I really grounded in that. And that's when I found out she had gone through, I think she had gotten a chemistry degree, but it really made me finally say, oh, well, I'll just go to school and become a chemical engineer. It was one of those, it was easier because my dad's an engineer and my sister also became an engineer. So I kind of felt like, well, that'll be a natural progression.
You started your career as a chemical engineer.
Yeah. I did project management, engineering, process engineering.
But you're not doing that anymore.
Here's the thread. Engineers in general are problem solvers. So if there's a problem like, hey, I want engagement on the LinkedIn platform, that just seems like another problem for me to solve. Or I want to learn about branding. It just seems like another natural problem to solve. So I feel like combining my reverse engineering type of brain to come up with patterns and to see, especially because with chemical engineering, you have to actually visualize chemicals and visualize reactions, and those are not things you can see.
Yeah.
And I feel like that just works with my brain. I see things because I see the unseen. It's like I can literally see networking as like little molecules of like people moving.
Yeah, so we take community very seriously at QuiC. But I understand what you're saying. Like you've got like these little nodes that connect, and that's community. And we see that all over the world.
Yeah.
How this person is connected to that person, and they're connected to this person, and they connect back to this person. And so I totally get what you're saying, how it's like little molecules of people kind of all over the place.
Well, and also at the end of the day, the different strings, like you said, that line between them, and being able to stand back from the big community that we kind of see as those little circles of relationships and tying things together. And I think that comes just from years of experience, networking, being out in the world, and like we're saying, connecting the dots.
So you got on LinkedIn and you did something pretty spectacular with video. What was that?
So I've been on LinkedIn since 2008, 2009, and was always very focused on building my network to, at that point, to grow my environmental engineering type of consulting firm. And so because I had built up all that knowledge, when I added video, so I added video March of 2018 to all that I knew about LinkedIn, and it exploded. So it hit 3 million views, and it exploded.
And now you are part of the beta group that's doing LinkedIn Live. Yeah. Are you seeing a lot of engagement from that?
So I have experienced going live on my own channel, and I've also now experienced a lot of lives on other people's channels. And I see that because it's still in beta, there's still some kind of glitches. I've been able to, since then, even just with going live on my own channel, but the power of live is having conversation, and I feel like when I see live video on LinkedIn, I think it does really well in conversation, or it does really well if you can be very clear with what you want to talk about and you have it all lined up.
So you script out your lives?
I did not for the first one, and I'm scripting them out now. So because I saw the power of scripting it out, and that's the power of beta and live. And honestly, when I went when I turned on LinkedIn video and saw the platform, I studied other people. What were they doing? They're before me in putting out their content, and I can study from what I see taking off.
I love that you are considered an expert in LinkedIn video, yet you are still trying to learn how to improve your craft.
Yeah.
Do you think that goes back to your engineering and that continual learning? How important do you think that is?
I think that's a mindset that I have that is very focused on, with any science, we don't really know everything. We have hypotheses and theories, and we study stuff, and we think a chemical reaction is happening this way in a container that we can't physically see, but we have to test it. And we have to constantly learn and then circle back. And I feel like it's just built in me to not think from a place of, oh, I know it all. We're evolving all the time in our knowledge of how the body works, how everything comes together, how we can advance medicine. It's all science, and we're never done, like ever. If anyone ever says to me, that's a scientific fact, I always go like, okay, it's a scientific fact for now, until some huge crazy study blows it out of the water, because our technology to study is even better. So I'm happy to study anyone on any platform that is blowing it out of the water, and I'm inspired by other people. I'm inspired by people behind me saying, you know, I don't care if you only have 1,000 followers. The way you are wanting to push yourself inspires me. I can be inspired by Quick and the community you're building. You don't feel like you're a number at Quick. You feel like you're an actual individual person that Quick cares about your account.
I mean, we would not be here today if it wasn't for those individual accounts or people who are creating amazing things all over the world. Mobile journalists, nonprofits who are doing amazing work fighting sex trafficking or homelessness, or, you know, Dr. Addison Zhang, who has Classroom Without Walls. There are just amazing people all over the world.
She's another really inspiring person.
She's so inspiring and so kind. Just so open. And that's, I mean, really, like, the community makes it so easy to build, because everybody is so kind and open and willing to answer questions, and, you know, nobody kind of keeps it to themselves.
Well, we're only on this planet for a short amount of time. I'd rather know that I was a part of something than just be by myself. So at one point I was feeling like this journey was very lonely. And I realized the only solution to that is community. And then the year of 2019 has been community, local community. So I leaned into a community that was called RebelCon. Okay. And it's run by Shannon Siriano and Greenwood, and she has built this amazing community. So I signed on as a founding member. It was just launching, and I went to some of the early conferences, and I've been to every single event they have put out this year, and they do at least one a month. You have to keep showing up to make friends, to feel less lonely. It's not just one time you show up. This is my second time at this conference, and it's exploded more than the first time. And I can feel the momentum of going to the same conferences, the same events. It's like coming to family.
Sometimes it feels like we all go to our own homerooms, like high school.
Yeah.
Right? And then conferences are like us between class periods in the hallway.
Or hanging out at lunchtime.
Or hanging out in lunchtime.
We're at the same lunch table, guys.
Like, we're actually working, but it's so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like going and...
I met an incredible woman here that I'm hoping that we start doing business together. I potentially have a couple people joining my LinkedIn Like a Fox group coaching next round. This has been incredible. It's not just that, oh my gosh, I've got clients. I've got people that their lives could be changed by working together, and by working together with anyone in this room. People's lives and businesses in 1 year from now could be changed. My life is different than 1 year ago from coming to this conference, because of coming to this conference.
Because of the relationships that you've made here.
Yes.
Well, thanks for being a part of the Quick community.
Thank you for having me be part of the Quick community.
So if you would like to hear more stories, make sure that you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.